What ignites your passion? What have you done that gives you pride? What have you worked on tirelessly to create that is unique? Well, Madam Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters, and most welcome guest, each of us has done something like this. Each of us has a passion that we fulfill and that we follow. And each of us has built or is in the process of building something which is unique. Now, it is fortuitous that in recent times in our political discourse, the issue of who is responsible for this, the one who works hard or those who help. And my answer is both. And here I'm going to tell you about 3 areas that have ignited my passion, areas where I believe I've done something, and things where I've not been able to do it by myself. And fellow Toastmasters, in none of these areas can we do anything by ourselves. These 3 are music, public speaking, and speaking with each other. From a very early age, I loved music. My parents tell a story of when I was still in the crib, and a babysitter came and put on one of their many classical records. It was Finlandia by Sibelius. And from my crib, I called out, "Don't play Sibelius, I want to hear Mozart." Freaked her out a little bit. But from as long as I can remember, I wanted to play the violin. And I could tell you that my parents recognized my talent and encouraged it from a very young age. But alas, they didn't. They perhaps recognized the fact that I loved to play the violin, but hated to practice. Or would have hated to practice had they begun giving me lessons. To their credit, once I began, they supported me by buying me instruments, giving me lessons. And in my many lessons, I had teachers who have inspired me to be the player that I am today. At a young age, I dreamed of being a concert violinist, playing the Beethoven concerto in front of a symphony. Alas, that requires a little more talent and effort than I have. But I had teachers who have recognized the gift that I did have. There was one in particular. Her name was Betty Goldblatt. And she was teaching out of New Jersey. And she not only recognized my talent and encouraged me where other teachers hadn't, but she also took a day from her busy schedule to drive down to Philadelphia and spent the day in a violin shop picking out an expensive violin, which I play to this very day and love with all of my heart. And a music director at St. Angela's, the former one, who was not a violinist herself, but who taught me and encouraged me to play the violin as if I were singing. And today, every Sunday, I play at St. Angela's, and twice a year, I solo for a concert. My childhood dream has come true thanks to the people who have helped me. This would not have happened had I not practiced and worked diligently myself, but it would not have happened were it not for the help of the others. Toastmasters. Toastmasters would not exist had not Ralph Smedley in 1924 had a vision of what this was about. And Toastmasters today would not exist were it not for the thousands and thousands of people, Toastmasters, who help each other. Last year, when I was preparing for the championships, I had assistance from Linda Feldbrugge, who helped me choreograph my speech so that it flowed from one part of the stage to the next. And even here in this club, I have received immeasurable help from people such as Carl and Jim and Fred and Art, and those of you who are newer, like Kate and Don, and the newest members, Tetiana, Monique, Shane. Every one of you helps me become a better speaker. I could not have done that by myself. And I've been studying and begun to teach interpersonal communications with the help of a mentor, Selwa Saeed, who taught me things about how to speak and how to listen that I never would have come up on my own. And I've worked hard to try to master these skills, and I continue to work hard to master them even more, inspired by her, and I continue to learn every day more effective ways of becoming a communicator. I could not have done that by myself. I needed both her help and the help of those who have helped me. People like Rochelle Onishi, who has also studied and been a partner and a mentor in this. My wife Nancy, who is also inspirational in helping me to overcome my personal communication difficulties. Because there is nobody more difficult to communicate with than the ones who are closest to you. And so in music, in public speaking, and interpersonal communication, I could not be the person that I am today were it not for the help of others who have come before me. I could not do it myself. And fellow Toastmasters, the things you accomplish, you cannot do by yourself. I'm a Toastmaster.